Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 12 of What If Naruto Was Banished and got a supernatural ability. Remember to get this one to 300 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Was a God Amongst Man. So stay tuned for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And over on Anime King, I'm going to be posting What If Naruto Was a Badass Genius. So stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Was a Sasuke King. So stay tuned for that as well, guys. Remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all for helping and support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last time we left off, Naruto talked with Gaara, Mei, Koyoki, and Shin, as he told them about all of his future plannings to recreate Uzo and getting the help from them. As all of them agree with him, they will help him in any way they can. And with that, Naruto fly them all back home with his clones. Naruto then went out as he went to one of Orochimaru's lab, getting Shigetsu. After getting Orochimaru's notes, Naruto decided to find Shigetsu and get him first. As they made a deal, as Naruto helped Shigetsu track down Zabuza's sword at the wave after Naruto told Shigetsu his life story. After that, they went and got Karin, as Karin and Naruto are probably long lost cousins, as she told him that she would join him, as Naruto made Shigetsu go and free all the prisoners. They then went to go and get Jugo, as Karin asked Naruto if he's insane because Jugo is kind of crazy. But Naruto had a way to fix that, as Naruto placed a seal on Jugo's head that cut off his other personality, as Jugo was able to transform and he did not go psychotic. For respect, Jugo decided to follow behind Naruto as a thanks for what he did. After that, Naruto fly them all to the demon country where they met up with Shin, as they had a talk, as Shin wanted Naruto to visit her. After speaking with Shin, she told him to come by her quarters later that night so they can discuss more matters about the Uzumaki. Later that night, Naruto understand the meaning of that, as Shin was already in bed wrapped in her gown, as the both of them slept together. The next morning, Naruto headed off, as he promised to come and visit Shin again, as Naruto was going to visit Isaribi with the group, when Naruto had another vision, as he took off with tremendous speed, with Karin nearly throwing up, as they asked why he's going so fast, as Naruto told them that one of his friends is in trouble. Moving with tremendous speed, they finally got there. After getting there, Naruto saw the Akatsuki members, as they were facing off against Yujito. Naruto summoned a bunch of clones, as all of them came down from the sky like a bullet, with giant Rasengans, as they rained down with explosions. Yujito was happy to see Naruto, as the Akatsuki members Hidan and Kakazu got back up to their feet, as Naruto remembered Kakazu from what Shibuki told him. As the both of them looked at Naruto and remember what Kisame and Itachi told them. Yes, that was him. That was a 9-tailed Jinchuriki brat. As Naruto told him that he will never allow them to touch any of his friends and take any of the other Jinchurikis no matter what. So yeah guys, that was basically last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So what do you say we begin this new episode? You Akatsuki think that you're gonna collect all the tailed beasts, but I'm not gonna let that happen, Naruto said, as he then gave a signal up above. Shigetsu leaped from the air, ready to slice the both of them into pieces, but they leaped away. Damn it, I missed, said Shigetsu, as Jugo jumped down with Karin in his arms, as he set her back on her feet. What's this? Who are they? Hidan asked in confusion. Itachi and Kisame didn't say anything about these three, said Kakazu. So what are we up against? Jugo asked Naruto. Kakazu is a ninja capable of using all of the elements because of his forbidden jutsu of taking the ninja's arts and able to use their elements with it. But since I just crushed 2 of his heart, he only have 3 now. Hidan can down a victim's blood, and inflicting pain on himself will also inflict pain on the victim as well. I'll handle him, said Suigetsu as he stared Hidan down as Hidan draw his sight. Then the rest of us will handle Kakatsu. Naruto turned. Yujito, you up for it? Of course I am, she said, as her fingernails started to grow longer. Let's go then, Naruto said, as Jugo transformed full curse mode, but he was in perfect control, as the other two dashed towards him. As Suigetsu and Hidan started to clash their blades. Don't underestimate me, Suigetsu said. I am someone who trained to be a member of 7 Ninja Swordsmen. 7 Ninja Swordsmen? Oh, not that crap again, Hidan said. Crap, Suigetsu said. The 7 Ninja Swordsmen are not crap. As he started to slash back harder with his sword. Hidan kept deflecting the blows as best as he could until he found an opening. Hope your blood is tasty, he said, as he swiped his sight at Suigetsu's side. But to his shock, he saw water. What the hell? Surprised, Suigetsu said, as he increased his arm with his water as he grabbed the sight and snapped it to pieces. What the hell are you? Said Hidan. I'm your worst opponent, said Suigetsu, as he slashed and decapitated Hidan's head. That wasn't so hard. Especially since you can't curse me with your jutsu, said Suigetsu. You rotten bastard, Hidan said. What the hell? Naruto, he's still breathing, said Suigetsu. Don't worry, Naruto says he flew around. As long as he can't move, he's harmless. Itachi and Kisame were right about him. Kakatsu thought as he dodged Jugo, turned his arm into an axe to slice him. As Naruto then dived towards Kakatsu, Kakatsu thrust out his hand as he was about to grab Naruto's neck. When Naruto snapped his head up towards him, Kakatsu's body was sent sailing as he smashed into the wall. As Naruto then held on to his hands with psychic pull and ripped them apart. As Naruto saw a lot of black tentacles. You may have tossed Deidara around, but I will not be so easily defeated, Kakatsu said, as he let his tentacles fly at Naruto, but Naruto fly and weave right through them. Are all you Akatsuki members this full of yourself, Naruto asked, as he floated above Kakatsu. Kakatsu growled as he fired a blast of wind at Naruto. Naruto dodged just in time. Don't tell me that's all you got, Naruto said. Kakatsu, Hidan called out, as his head was being crushed into the ground by Suigetsu's foot. Get your ass over here and put me back together. Hidan, shut up, Kakatsu said. You shouldn't argue when I'm right here, Naruto appeared behind him, as he slammed the Rasengan into him, as Kakatsu was sent flying away, as another one of his heart got destroyed. Damn it, only 2 heart left, he says he picked up himself. If this keep up, I'll be dead for sure. And that worthless one over there is completely useless to me. He then had to jump away, dodging a blow from Yujito. Sorry to cut this short, but I'll come back for you. Soon enough, Jinchuriki, said Kakatsu to Yujito, as he launched a water jutsu at them, as he created a massive torrent of wave, using it to escape. He's getting away, Karen shouted, as Naruto used his psychic power to blow away the water, but Kakatsu was already gone. Hey, at least we got one of them, said Suigetsu as he stomped on Hidan's head. Get your damn foot off me, he cursed. As Naruto came to a landing, as he looked over at Yujito. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, she said. But you're gonna have to fill me in on these 3. Well, meet my new team, Yujito, Naruto said, as all of them casually waved. How did you wind up running into Akatsuki, Naruto asked. I was out on a regular mission when I ran into them. I thought I could lead them down here to trap them and take them on my own, but I was wrong, she said. Good thing you softened them up for us, Naruto said. Didn't want you to feel weak, as she blushed a bit at the compliment. Hey, I'm relieved that the fight is over, but can we get out of here, Karen asked. Naruto nodded as he flew them from the ground out of the tunnel, as Hidan shouted, get the rest of my body, because Naruto's only bringing his head. Sorry, but your head is the only thing I need, Naruto said, as he flew through the tunnel and they were outside the mines. Okay, we stopped Akatsuki, so what do we do now? Suigetsu asked. I know exactly what to do, Naruto said. Yujito, I want to talk to your Raikage. What? The group said. Naruto, what are you saying? Yujito asked. The Akatsuki have already attacked you, and if you don't have precautions, they will come after me as well. I need to tell the Raikage exactly what is going on before his village is put in jeopardy. Naruto, he's a Kage, I don't think he will speak to you, said Karen. As far as everything concerned, I don't give a damn who I'm trying to talk to, Naruto said, because these Akatsuki goons are out of control. Yujito here is my friend, and so is B. I'll be damned if I don't do something about them, even if it is getting the other nations to see reason. Very well, Yujito said, I'll take you to Kumo. However, prepare yourself. The Raikage is a tough man, she said. I'll be ready, Naruto said. Then follow me, she said. As they start to head to Kumo on foot, while Naruto levitated Hidan's head. Soon they arrive at the gates. Halt, the guard said. State your business. It's okay, they're with me. There's something important they need to talk to the Raikage about, Yujito said. Yujito-san, we cannot permit outsiders to enter without proper authorization. I understand, but leave them to me. If they try anything, I'll take responsibility, she said. The two guards looked at each other and sighed. Very well. But if the Raikage get into a bad mood, don't say I didn't warn you. I understand, she said, as they were allowed passage into the village. As Shigetsu walked past, he noticed that they were standing like stiff, emotionless guards. Hey guys, at ease, he said, with a joke, as Karen grabbed him by the ear and pulled him before he get them mad. As Yujito led the four through the village, they were spotted by B, Taru, Amoy, and Samui. Naruto, they called out. Naruto turned and saw the four approach him. Oh hey guys, this is quite a surprise, Samui said. Yeah, what are you guys doing here? Asked Amoy. And who are they? Asked Karu. Some new friends of mine, sorry, we can't stop right now. I have some business with the Raikage. What? Karu and Amoy cried. You're going to see the Raikage, Amoy said. And why? Asked Samui. Yujito was attacked by the Akatsuki, Naruto said, and I want the Raikage to know about them and their objective. Yo, you will need me for support if you can talk to my bro, B said. Very well, Naruto said, as B followed them with Samui, dragging the rest of them along, Amoy and Taru, much to their fright. When Yujito led them through the building, they stood at a young woman at the desk. Yujito, welcome back. Oh, and who are they? She said. Some visitors who require a meeting with the Raikage, Yujito said. Oh, I see, the woman said. In a bit of a worried tone. Who's this? Shigetsu asked. This is Mabi, she's a Raikage assistant, Amoy said. A pleasure, Mabi-san, Naruto greeted her with a smile. She gave him a small smile. Yes, follow me please, she said, leading them to the office. Mabi knocked until a tough and gruff voice was heard. Come in. Mabi opened the door as they came to see A, lifting dumbbells. Holy crap, Naruto thought. This guy must take a lot of steroids. Raikage-sama, Yujito has returned from her mission, Mabi said. And I brought some guests with me, said Yujito. Guests, the Raikage said. As he looked over at all of them. Yujito, you know better than to let outsiders in the village without authorization. Without my authorization, he said. As Karen's eyes went wide as Shigetsu backed away from his towering form. I understand that, Raikage-san, but there's a matter of importance that need to be addressed by this young man. And it's very important, so can you please listen to him, she pleaded. A turned towards Naruto. As Naruto didn't look scared or anything. State your name, A said. Naruto, sir, Naruto said. Naruto? Just Naruto? A asked. No, I have a last name, but I don't think I should tell you, as yet. Or even at all, Naruto said. My god, he's gonna get himself killed, Amoy thought. A frowned. You better watch how you talk to me, boy. Now what is it that you want? Well, my friends, Jugo, Shigetsu and Karen and I were wandering around the land when we happened to find Yujito in battle. A battle, A said as he looked at Yujito. Yes sir, there was 2 Newtonins attacking me. They were unlike any other I've ever faced before. Were they now, A said as he crossed his arms. Yes, they are members of the Akatsuki organization B and I told you a while back. Akatsuki? That again, A said. They're real, and I fought them, sir, she said. And we got proof right here, said Shigetsu, as he held up a bag that was moving around as he threw out Hidan's severed head, shocking A and Mabe. Damn it! Screw you all, Hidan cursed. What the hell is that, said A, as the others are also taken aback by the head that was speaking without a body. Naruto grabbed Hidan's head by his hair and picked him up. This is Hidan, Newtonin. Why is he alive, Karu asked. Because Hidan here find a method of immortality through a cult that worship a deity called Jashin, Naruto explained. And why did you bring this here, A asked, wanting an explanation. Since you are skeptical about the Akatsuki, I should probably have this one explain things. As he placed a head on a pedestal in the office so everyone could see it. Alright Hidan, be a good head and tell the Raikage what your organization is after. Go to hell, you little shit, Hidan cursed. Looks like getting the talk won't be easy, Amoy said, still creeped out by the severed head. Oh, not gonna talk, Naruto said, as he plucked out one of Hidan's tooth. How did you do that, A asked. See, Naruto didn't even touch your head. I'm full of surprises, Naruto said. Now Hidan, every time you act stubborn, I'm gonna keep tearing your teeth out. I'll never tell you anything. Go and screw yourself, Hidan said. Wrong answer, Naruto says. He plucked out another teeth, as Hidan cried out in pain. Amoy and Karu cringed, watching Naruto's brutal, torturing method, as A watching amusement, wondering how this boy was doing that. Hidan continued to be stubborn, forcing Naruto to pluck some more teeth. Alright, Naruto said, as he held his hand up and started to crush Hidan's head by the force. Alright, I'll talk, Hidan cursed. Now was that so hard, Naruto said. Now tell the Raikage what you Akatsuki folk want, Naruto said. The Bijus, we're after the Bijus. I was tasked to track down Yujito and get her, and bring her to my superior until this asshole and his group of flunkies showed up and ruined everything. Hey, who are you calling flunkies? Karen asked, but she was ignored. Why do you wish to acquire the 9 Bijus? A asked. I really don't know the full details. Truth is, I was one of the newest members to join, and our leader is very secretive, Hidan explained. And who is your leader? Naruto said. Pain. His name is Pain. That's all I really know. As Naruto kept it to himself that Itachi was right, that no one in the Akatsuki knew that Pain wasn't the real leader. So as you can see, Raikage-sama, if this one was after me, they can target me as well, said Yujito, as B nodded. A pondered this as he then turned to Naruto. Naruto, was it? Tell me more. As you wish, Naruto said, as he bagged Hidan's head again. I was in fact the one that warned Yujito and B about the Akatsuki some time ago. You? The Raikage said. That's right, I had a run-in with these guys some time back then. I have to say you have some fine shinobis here, Naruto said, as he smirked back at the girls who blushed as Karu turned her head, not wanting her blush to be seen. And how do you know about the Akatsuki so much? Raikage asked. Because I am also their target. A narrowed his eyes at Naruto. You're their target as well? So that would make you a Jinchuriki, like us, B said, on Naruto's behalf. And what do you have? A asked Naruto. I hold number 9, the one above Octopops here, Naruto said, as he motioned to B. If you hold the Kyuubi inside of you, then you must be a shinobi of Konoha, he said. Now how do you figure that, Naruto asked? Come on now, even we, Kumo shinobis know about the attack on Konoha 16 years ago. The natural way to defeat a Biju is to seal it inside of a house, so that is the only way it could come to. It can't be killed. So someone in Konoha must have been the Jinchuriki host. Flawless logic, Naruto said, but there's a buff in your theory. What do you mean? A asked. I am not with Konoha, not anymore. Not anymore, A said, looking at Naruto confused. No, they threw me out in favor of someone who did jack squat for the village. I don't understand, A said, as Naruto told the Raikage about Sasuke, and when Sasuke tried to abandon the village, and the advisors and the elders overvote the Hokage and got him banished from the village. I see, the Raikage said. I've been living on my own for 3 years, Naruto said. When I knew of the Akatsuki, I knew that I had to get stronger because one day they will come after me, but I barely had anyone to teach me. But I still trained for the sake of my survival and to keep the organization from taking so many lives to fulfill their selfish goal. However, during my travel I found people that care about me, who treated me like I was one of their own. I found out that I was never meant for Konoha. I was meant to become a shinobi who doesn't take orders. During my travels, I then decided one day I will form my own nation. A nation that will not be corrupted by those who are obsessed with power or pride. But as long as the Akatsukis are after me and the other Jinchurikis, it will not be easy to accomplish. Your point, the Raikage said. I request an alliance from you and your village, Raikage-sama, Naruto said. An alliance? A said. That's right, you may not see it, but the Akatsukis are not just one nation's enemy, they're every nation's enemy. In fact, they're already on the move. They already acquired the Ichibai from the sand, and now they try to take the Nebe from Yujito. It would eventually lead up to them hunting down B to try and take the Biju from him as well. And why do you care so much for another nation's Jinchuriki? A asked curiously. Because we Jinchuriki share a bond of pain only us can understand. Everyone looked down on our existence, looked at us like we were monsters, never given a chance for acceptance, something that we didn't have control over, or something that we didn't even ask for. We may be Jinchuriki to you and every single civilian out there, but we're more than what anyone ever gives us credit for, Naruto said. Though hearing Yujito and B's stories, they have proven to your village that you're more than Jinchuriki. They're regarded as heroes. I never had that chance in my village, but outside, I became welcome, and I will be damned if I let the Akatsuki and their sick twisted goals take what I worked so hard for. I know you must care about your brother, and as a leader of the village, it will be lousy if you lose your Jinchuriki, as Naruto said. B looked at his brother. A was taking everything to heart that the boy was saying, and he didn't even have a comeback to say anything. As B was stunned, his brother was listening to things keenly and wisely. And unlike the incident that happened with the Hyuga clan all those years ago, I don't want to form this alliance to milk your village for all of its services. I want us all to be safe and live in a world free from tyrants, like the Akatsuki organization. Because if they succeed in capturing all the 9 Bijus, I feel like we all will lose everything. As there was a moment of silence as Naruto saw the Raikage wasn't saying anything. As Naruto sighed, "I'm sorry for troubling you, Raikage," he said. "If you have nothing to say, me and my team will be on our way, and we won't come back." As Naruto turned, "Wait," the Raikage said. As Naruto turned, "Your words did not fall upon a heart of stone. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life that have haunt me up to this day. It may have been able to keep my pride up, or because I was selfish. Either way, I won't deny them. But you were right about one thing. I do care about my village and my people, especially my brother. In fact, I once met someone that you remind me a lot of, who reminded me that B was more than a Jinjulke." As the Raikage remember, that man, his name was Minato Namikaze, who proved himself and became the 4th Hokage of the village. He then turned to face Naruto. "If you hadn't showed up, Yujito would have probably be in worse danger than she is now. For that I am grateful, and since you have confirmed about the Akatsuki threat, for that I will accept your request for an alliance." As everyone was surprised by that, as Naruto nodded, "Thank you, Raikage, I assure you, you're making the right choice." "So what village do you intend on making?" the Raikage asked. "I'm going to rebuild it on top of the former lands of Uzu, and make it my own Uzu." "I see, but why would you choose that land?" the Raikage asked. "Because it feels like a second home to me," Naruto said. "That would make you..." "Like I said," Naruto said, "it's like a second home, and leave it at that, as he wanted to be dropped." "Very well. And as thanks of rescuing one of our top kunoichi, I welcome you and your party to stay here for the night. This isn't one of your attempts to bait us with sweet things for the night so you can kill us in our sleep," asked Shigetsu, as Karin stomped on his foot. "Ouch," he said. "Thank you, Raikage, we're grateful," Karin said. As Karu smiled, "I think I like this one," she said. "It's right, because the both of you are just alike. On one thing, the both of you are flat-chested." The both of them gave him a very dark glare, but because they were in the office, they did not do anything. The group was then assisted out of the office by B showing them around the village. As Mabi looked at the Raikage, "Forgive me for saying this, sir, but I've never seen this side of you before. Let's just say this boy's words have dug deep," he said. Meanwhile, Kakatsu was using the projection jutsu as he was in a cave with the other members. "So you left Hidan behind, and you did not capture Jinjulke," Pain asked, with disappointment in his tone. "My apologies," Kakatsu said. "I did not expect the Jinjulke Naruto to show up." "Again?" said Deidara. "How the hell does he do it?" said Kisame, as Itachi remained silent. "I don't know, but he wasn't alone, he had others with him." "Others?" said Pain. "Yes, one of them telling he done about 7 swordsmen and he was a Hoshiki." "What?" said Kisame, "a Hoshiki?" "Huh, there's only one left. It can only be the kid Shigetsu." "So no, the kid is not traveling alone," said Deidara. "It appears that way. The second, who was recalled from Orochimaru, was Jugo," said Kakatsu. "Great, dealing with the boy is problem enough. And now the Nibi Jinjulke is still out there, and we lost another follower," Deidara grumbled. "Kakatsu, I want you to go back and acquire the Nibi Jinjulke. And if you can, see if you can get Hidan back as well." "And I will, but right now I need 3 more hearts to acquire. And I will do a little bounty hunting as well. And do not kill the 9-tailed Jinjulke. Remember, we need him," Pain said. Dismiss. That night, Naruto and his group was welcome to stay at Yujito's place, which was big enough for all of them, as Naruto, Karin, and Jugo and Shigetsu were given their own guest rooms. In Naruto's room, he was lying on the bed, relaxing. "I never thought I'll actually be here in Kumo." "Yeah, it's a surprise that they haven't already tried to capture you," said Kurama. "I know, I was afraid I would have to go all out on the Raikage, but I guess my words got to him. And look at you, getting support from 3 of the great nations. What's more, are you going to try and get the stone to join you on your cause? They would probably kill me the instant they find out that I'm related to the 4th Hokage." "Good point," said Kurama. Naruto heard a knock at his door. "Who is it?" he said. "It's us, Naruto," Yujito said. "Can we come in?" Samui asked. Sure," Naruto said, as the 2 of them came in and Karu was behind them as well. "Hey, what's up, girls?" "We were just wondering how you were doing," Karu asked. "I am doing fantastic, and I really appreciate the tour of Kumo. This place is fantastic," Naruto said. "With B around, it's always wild," said Samui. Though be glad he didn't invite you to Turtle Island, said Karu, to where Naruto said. It's nothing, said Yujito, as the three of them took a seat on the bed. So what do you three think of my new team, Naruto asked. Quite a cool bunch, I think, said Samui. That Suigetsu is quite a joker, said Yujito, while Jugo seemed to be the quiet type. Well, Jugo has had a rough life, so I'm trying to get him back to the road on a good life, Naruto said. And that Karen, she sure know how to keep Suigetsu in line, said Karu. Just like how you know to keep Amo in line if he overthinks things, Naruto said. So what is the real reason you three came to see me this late, Naruto asked. Well, it's been a while since we saw you, and we were thinking about catching up, said Samui. I see, Naruto said. And would that include... Well, we never got a chance the last time, Karu said, with a small blush on her face. You girls sure you want to try with me, Naruto said. After all, if it's your first time, it should be with someone who is special. But you are special to us, Naruto, said Yujito. And you girls are special to me, Naruto said. So then, you're interested? Samui asked. Of course I am, Naruto said. Without saying anything else, the three girls start to remove their clothes slowly, leaving them their underwear. Well, I'll be going first, said Yujito, as she slowly crawled over to Naruto. Are you just gonna sit there? She asked. I was just enjoying the show, Naruto said, as she started to kiss him, making the other two girls getting a bit hot, wondering when is it going to be their turn. Time skip. After a few hours, all of them were laying on the bed. I can't believe it took us this long to get you this worn out, said Yujito as she was huffing, looking at Naruto. Yeah, he's really a stamina freak, said Karu, as her head was on his chest. It was wonderful, Samui said. I thank you three for allowing me to do this, Naruto said. It was our pleasure, Karu said, but slap my ass that hard again, and I'll smack you in the face. Okay, Naruto said, as she smiled. Good boy, she said as she gave him a kiss. As Naruto looked up and thanked the gods, the cosmos, for such amazing luck. When morning came, Naruto's group was outside the village, as A and the others came to see them off. Well, we will be seeing you all around, Naruto said. Good luck on your journey, Amoy said. And be careful out there, Yujito said as she hugged Naruto. Always, he said. Come back whenever you can, said Karu. You can count on that, Suigetsu said. This place was awesome. And if you hear anything about the Akatsuki, let us know, A said. I will, Naruto said. I hope your village will rise high one day with you as the leader, said A. Thank you, Raikage-sama, Naruto said, as the both of them shook hands. And with that they left, as A watched Naruto. Minato Namikaze, that boy, is definitely yours. As Naruto's group made it away from the village. So where to now? Asked Karen. Well, I'm gonna dump Hidan's head in the ocean, and I hope something swallows it down there, Naruto said. And I did say we were gonna check on Isaribi. With that, the tree took off. Time skip. In a small town outside Kumo, they were in the outskirts. In a small village. As Naruto went to get some supplies. What the hell is taking him so long, Karen said. What is he doing again, Suigetsu asked. He said he found a new way to fly us around without having to levitate us himself. Jugo said, remembering Naruto's words. I wonder what he's got in mind, said Suigetsu. As Karen then turned as she felt Naruto coming. There he is, as a clone was helping him, carrying a large red carpet that was rolled up. Hey guys, Naruto said as he and the clone placed the carpet on the ground and rolled it out to reveal it big and wide. You kept us waiting so you can buy a carpet? Karen asked, with a twitchy eyebrow. It's all part of my plan to fly you guys around, he explained. And how so? Suigetsu asked. Well, first off, you three. Sit down, Naruto said, as they all did as they were instructed, on the carpet. The clone then got on the front of the carpet and started to concentrate as the carpet lifted up. Whoa, Karen said. Huh, I got to hand it to you, Naruto. This is one of your best ideas yet, said Suigetsu. A flying carpet, said Juko. Yeah, well, I got another one, Naruto said. I found a new way for me to fly through the air. How? Juko asked. With this, Naruto said, as he had a garbage can lid on the ground. A garbage can lid? Karen said, feeling agitated. Just watch, Naruto said as he levitated the lid up and jumped on it. He then started to surf around on it. No, that is awesome, said Suigetsu. Isn't it? Naruto said. Naruto clone then turned to the three, so you three are to head to the sea country. You bet, Suigetsu said. Well then, hang on tight, the clone said as he made the carpet took off carrying them. A few hours later, they were still flying high through the sky, above the ocean. I got to admit, Karen said, this is more relaxing. Yeah, a chance for us to kick back in mid-air, Suigetsu said, as he gazed at the sky. As Naruto was flipping back and doing some skill with the lid. That looks like it's really fun, said Jugo. Yeah, it looks awesome, said Shigetsu, until they noticed a flock of birds. As they were coming towards them, Seagull. Hey, why do they look like they are angry, said Karen. Oh my god, Naruto said. Hey kid, do you remember that bird that you said glared at you, said Kurama. Yeah, I did, Naruto said. The birds then released a scorching sound as they dive bombed straight towards Naruto and his group. Hold on, the clone said, as he came in for a dive. As the birds started to chase after them. Naruto, what the hell is going on, Karen asked. Oh, this bird is trying to kill me, Naruto said. Karen then noticed something fly past her face. It was white. They're trying to poop on us, she said, as all the birds pooping down as it was releasing like small projectiles. As Naruto raised his hand and all of them came to a stop. As he thrust the poop straight back up, slamming into the birds. As Naruto then noticed the leader of the group, the one that he accidentally slammed into all back then. The bird gave him a dangerous glare, looking back at his flock, knowing that they were all covered in their own poop. He gave Naruto another warning glare before he fly away. What the hell was that, said Shigetsu. Those bird, especially that one at the center, looks like it has a real grudge on you. Let's not talk about it, Naruto said. Well, that was pretty weird, said Karen. Minutes later, we're almost there, Naruto said, as they were flying above the 4 islands. So these are the islands Orochimaru was so focused on with his little experiment, Karen said, as Naruto told the group about Isaribi and what Orochimaru did. As the clones started to dive down the carpet, as Naruto was diving down as well. When they came down to the ground, Shigetsu and Jugo jumped off at the docks, as Karen here was frizzled up in the ear and her eyes were wide open. No, that was wild, said Shigetsu, as Karen smacked him across the face. As Naruto sealed away the carpet and the garbage can lit, as he dispelled the clone. So what did you guys think of that ride, Naruto asked. That was wicked, Shigetsu said. Quite the ride, said Jugo. It was okay until you decided to dive down, she said. What's the matter, Karen? Can't handle it. She punched him in the back of the head. Okay, you two, knock it off and follow me, Naruto said, as he started to walk. As they arrived at the fish market to see Isaribi unloading some fish. During the course of 3 years, she has gotten taller, as she was Naruto's height. She let her hair grow out past her waist, and didn't keep her bangs tied up anymore. She was wearing sandals, blue shorts, and a purple top that covered her grown chest. That was the same size about Ino. Hey Isaribi, Naruto said. Isaribi turned the moment she did, her eyes lit up. Naruto, she said, as she ran over and jumped on him, as he grabbed her. As she quickly kissed him right there and then. After breaking the kiss, she smiled at him. It's been months since we last saw each other, she said. I know, I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time, Naruto said, knowing that she just finished dropping off some fish. Actually, I was just about to punch out for the day. I collected enough fish to last for 2 weeks, she said. You work wonders in water, Naruto said. And that's a fact, she said. Ahem, Karen said, clearing her throat, as Naruto remembered his team. Oh yeah, Isaribi, let me introduce you to my new friends. This is Shigetsu Hoshiki. Hi, Shigetsu said, exposed in sharp teeth. This is Jugo. Nice to meet you, Jugo said, giving a small bow. And this is my cousin, Karen. Hi, said Karen. It's so nice to meet you all, Isaribi greeted all of them. Come on, there's a lot we all have to catch up on, Naruto said, as him and his group start to walk. Soon the 4 was having lunch. Man, this is some good stuff, said Shigetsu. Hey, animal, could you eat with your mouth closed, Karen asked. So you fought 2 members of the Akatsuki, Isaribi asked. Yes, they are who blew himself up. Hidan, who was cut to pieces. Unfortunately, Kakazu got away, and Sasori was defeated by my Konoha team. They sound more dangerous than you let on, said Isaribi. Yeah, but when you're as strong as me, you have no reason to truly fear, Naruto said. But they managed to extract the Biju from the Kazekage, and they almost got your friend Yujito, said Isaribi, as she was worried about Naruto's safety. I know, ever since my failure of making Gaara, Biju got extracted, I vowed to myself I would never let that happen to others, Naruto said. It's amazing that you're able to do this kind of stuff, while still have your plans for your village construct and form. Yeah, but with support from the Raikage now, the village of Uzo will become better than it ever is, Naruto said. And I'll be there to help you with that, she said. As Naruto smiled, thanks Isaribi, he said. Isaribi then turned, so all of you are part of Orochimaru Twisted experiments too. Yeah, the old guy kept all of us in little prisons. Locked me inside of a tank, said Shigetsu. I was locked in a hideout for my own good, until Naruto corrected me, Jugo said. I was just a prison guard, so I could hardly call myself a prisoner, said Karen. He just dumped you there, so he wouldn't have to see you, said Sugetsu, as he dodged a punch that came from Karen. Miss. While saying that, she smacks him across the face. Didn't miss that time, she said. Quite a team you recruited, Naruto, Isaribi said, seeing how playful and fun they were. Yeah, Naruto said. So, how long are you going to be here? Isaribi asked. Couple days, I guess. After that fight with Hidan, we need to get our mind off the Akatsuki. Well, this island really love your magic and banjo acts, so a few shows could be just a thing. Got that right, Naruto said. But before that, let's go to my favorite spot, Isaribi said, as Naruto smiled as his team looked confused. About an hour later, they were by the lake that Isaribi brought Naruto to when they first defeated Amaki. As Naruto was dressed in swim trunks while his team bought some, Karen was wearing a red swimsuit with a circle opening up on her stomach, exposing her navel. Sugetsu was in a pair of purple trunks after Naruto demanded that he has to wear something, as Jugo was in a pair of blue swim trunks as well, as Isaribi was in a purple two-piece. Sugetsu and Jugo was swimming around the lake with Naruto, as Isaribi and Karen tried to make a tan. As the day went on, Naruto put on some of his magic acts, using all of them, as they really enjoy the applause from the crowds as well. That night, Naruto and his crew checked into an inn, as they were all fast asleep. Well, all but Naruto, as he sneaked out to meet Isaribi by the lake. As he was going through the forest, he heard a voice. Good evening, Naruto. Naruto spun around, seeing Itachi standing by a tree. Itachi? Judging from your facial expression, you still have your doubts about trusting me, Itachi said. Can you blame me? Naruto asked. No, I cannot, but I stand by what I said. You do have an ally in the enemy camp, Itachi said. So to what do I owe this unexpected visit? Naruto asked. I figure after all that happened, we were due for a rendezvous, Itachi said. First of all, congratulations for destroying Orochimaru and capturing Kabuto. Some of us are grateful for what you did, others not. So much, he said, thinking about Deidara. I didn't do it for you guys, Naruto said. I understand that, Itachi said. And it's come to our attention that you have put together your own team of ninjas who once operated under him. How do you know that? Naruto asked. Orochimaru wasn't the only one with eyes and ears all over the land, and personally I feel that you have chosen quite a combination of ninjas for a team. A trainee for the Seven Swordsman, a sensory type, and a source of Orochimaru's curse mark. Well, thanks, Naruto said. I also commend you on defeating Hidan and taking out 3 of Kakazu's hearts. Believe me, those 2 are not so easily defeated, Itachi said. About Kakazu, what's his current condition? Naruto asked. He is looking for 3 new hearts to replace the elements that you destroyed. He will eventually go back to Kumo to collect Yujito, the Nibijin Julke. Well then, I guess I'll have to take him out before he tries to, Naruto said. Just remember, Naruto, the Akatsuki members are not people for you to take for granted. I am aware of that, and I don't plan on taking them alone. That is why I recruited my team, he said. And I appreciate for the heads up. Does that mean you trust me? Itachi asked. Well, I have to trust you a little, Naruto said. Thank you, Naruto. Being able to talk to someone like you bring much stress off me, Itachi said. I better go now. I'll see you if something else develops. With that, he burst into crows. Good luck, Itachi, Naruto thought. Time skip. How longer, Naruto? Asked Sugetsu, as the group was tracking through a forest. Almost there, Naruto says he led them down the path. I don't understand, why didn't you just fly us straight towards the entrance? Karen asked. Sometimes, Karen, the best things in life are better appreciated at a slow pace. Hey, Naruto. As Naruto looked ahead to see Shibuki signaling him. Shibuki, Naruto says he went over. It's good to see you again, Shibuki said. Glad you got my message, Naruto said. This must be your new friends that you mentioned about. Sugetsu, Karen and Jugo. That's right, Jugo said. Well, it's nice to meet you 3. I'm Shibuki, leader of Taki. Shibuki introduced himself. A pleasure, Karen said. Well, follow me, Shibuki said, as he led the 4th into the waterfall entrance. This is the entrance? Karen asked. Well, behind it actually, Shibuki said, as he led the 4 behind the waterfall. Well, this is really secretive, isn't it? It's not hidden for nothing, Naruto said. Right here, Shibuki said as he led the 4 of them too. 1 puddle of water. What? Asked Jugo. Through there? Karen asked. Yes, these pools are connected to a tunnel that leads inside the village. Only members of our village know the direct route to the entrance of our home. Can you 3 hold your breath? Shibuki asked. Of course, said Jugo. Well then, follow me, said Shibuki as he dived into the pool. Come on, Naruto says he dived in as well. Let's go, said Sugetsu as he simply dived in. Well, said Karen, as she and Jugo following as well. As they followed him through the tunnel, they came up on the surface and they took a breath in. So, this is Taki, said Sugetsu, as he looked around while floating in the water. Not a bad village, said Jugo. It looks nice, Karen said. Well, let's get to shore, Naruto said as he levitated all of them out of the water and to dry land. Geez, I'm soaked, said Karen. Naruto! As Naruto turned, and so did the group as they saw Fu. As she ran up to him and jumped in his arms, and yet followed by a kiss again, as Jugo and Suigetsu just looked at Naruto. It seems everywhere they go, Naruto was lucky with all of the girls. It's been a while, Fu, Naruto said. Yeah, she said. How have you been? I've been doing okay, Naruto said, considering I'm on the run and all. Fu looked past him and saw the other three. So these are the new friends you made? Yeah, this is Karen, Suigetsu and Jugo. Guys, this is Fu, a fellow Jinjulki, Naruto said. Nice to meet you, Suigetsu said. A pleasure, miss, said Jugo. I love your skirt and top, said Karen. Thanks, I love your hairstyle, it's so unique, said Fu. More like bizarre, Suigetsu whispered to Jugo, as Jugo cracked a small smile. Now, Naruto, you said you want to talk to us in your letter. You said it was a matter of importance. That's right, let's go to your office and talk, Naruto said. Shibuki nodded and led them through the village. As they arrived at the office, so what is going on, Naruto, Fu asked. Well, for one thing, I managed to eliminate one of the Ninja Land problems. Huh? What is that, Shibuki said. Orochimaru, Naruto said. Shibuki and Fu gasped. You mean Orochimaru the Sannin? You killed him? Asked Fu. I did, and it wasn't entirely easy. Well, maybe a little of my power and my abilities. But still, Naruto said. Well, that's good, right? Orochimaru was the one who was nearly responsible for breaking the Sand Alliance with Konoha. Shibuki said. Yeah, Naruto said, and after his defeat, I went to 3 of his old bases and brought these 3 under my guidance, he said, motioning towards his team. You 3 are Orochimaru followers? Asked Fu. More like test subjects, Suigetsu said. Subjects? Said Shibuki. Yes, but Naruto busted us out and offered us a better life, Jugo said. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Shibuki said. Well, I'm not done yet, Naruto said. We still have another problem on our hands. Remember what I told you, the Akatsuki, they're on a move. But guys, that'll be any episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below and turn the bell notifications they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And stay tuned for the rest of what is coming your way. I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. But for now, I'm out. Peace.